Welcome everyone to EVLTV's coverage of UGC Platinum Highlander. This is week 6. Tonight we've got two really decent teams up for you. Have some great action the past couple weeks by both of these players. There's not players, teams I should say. But tonight we've got Warmtic. On production we've got Dashner. I'm joined by Atwas. How's it going?
It is going absolutely wonderfully. I am personally really excited to see Warmtic on the field again. It's been a long time since this map and any iteration's been played, you know?
Yeah, it's been several months since I've played any sort of version of this. I like the changes so far. We've had a couple minutes waiting for players to jump in the server, take a look around. So far, not too many big strategic changes, but we have seen the sniper kind of shut down a little bit. Some boards placed here and there, some really important steel panels thrown up at the midpoint. That's definitely going to break down the sniper's sightlines and make this kind of I think maybe a more balanced map, but we've yet to see.
Absolutely. However, worth noting, the map is pretty high up, and so we're definitely going to see some jumping action going in from both sides, especially onto the point. It is a pretty vulnerable area on this map, especially coming from people that I've talked to about it.
Definitely. I've been watching some scrims earlier today. Soldier, it's completely prominent class, really has to rotate with the combos, make sure those uber push outs are just perfectly well timed. But we do have some soldiers that have shown some amazing plays in the past couple weeks on EVLTV. We've got team Sheen, the Ultra Lords, versus the 92 Dream Team. You want to run down the roster real quick, one of those for me?
Absolutely. I will take the Ultra Lord roster, I guess. And that would be Train on Scout, Jackster on Soldier, Lazy on Pyro. Sai will be playing Demo instead of Invader. Barry Center will be on Heavy, Rolls Royce on NG, Coldster on Medic, Angry Officer on Sniper, and Palovely on Spy.
Yeah, Train and Jackster had some amazing plays last week. Sai, still subbing in 2 weeks in a row, had some great plays, really almost kind of was the MVP of last match. But over on the 92 Dream Team, we've got some familiar names. For Scout, we've got Trippa, we've got Ibby on Soldier, Kairu on Pyro, Deathy over there on Demo, Vanilla Love on Heavy, Saffrix Engineer, I think he's subbing for somebody. We've got the one and only Sky on Medic, Space Ghost Coffee, great name, over there on Sniper, and Scruff McGruff on Spy, who's been really kind of showing some fresh new moves out there.
Absolutely. I'm definitely excited to see the Sniper matchup on this map, as you've said earlier. And, you know, with any Coff map, snipers are a huge part of it. And I've played against Space Ghost Coffee a few times, and he is definitely kind of totally really scary. So I'm definitely looking to see some big plays out of him.
I think they've got some more narrow sidelines now, but there are a couple pixels to play with on each side, and as we go live, we are going to get started here very soon. It's a very quick rollout to mid, but I think the guy to watch right now, it's going to be Jackster. He's going to go in for a big bomb early on. That's my guess.
I will take you up on that. We do have people running across mid. I'm not seeing any bombs going in yet.
Jackster going in right there. Yep, immediately. Does get huge reflex. Pyro right in the face. Going for that medic though. Got Sky down to about 40-50 health. So as expected, Jackster going hard for those medic plays. But Sai was a little bit slow to roll out. Maybe that got them back off a little bit. They have lost 2 players, but they do have players on the point regardless.
Harry picking up a nice 2 frags and that mid-defense going in there, and that'll be an easy cap. Heavy just barely making it out there. Running the Tommy Swab, that's something that's been happening quite a lot more often. And not quite, Jackster getting caught out there by Trippa underneath the point. And we're just going to see him jockeying the Seekers in position. Milking for and the Blue Uber actually does come out. That'll be on the Demo, on the Scout, getting in there. The Uber does get forced out. The Red Heavy Vanilla Love actually does get taken down. And there we are, ready for finally getting out there. Defending that point, there's a mini sentry in the tunnel area that's going to keep some pressure off the point. Spy moves in, gets Sky. That's big there. It's going to really hurt, and with a definite player advantage in the favor of Sheen and the Ultra Lords.
Very nice bait out of that blue Uber. Like, they triggered that red Uber a little far back, then drew them in and kept picking up frags over and over again. But as you said, mini sentries, I'm surprised they weren't kind of dominating the map early on. This is a map that's been known for mini sentries kind of being the bane, so maybe that little mini sentry nerf a couple updates ago has kind of evened this map out.
Absolutely. I'm actually kind of surprised I'm not seeing any level 1s so far with the way that they're being built with the Jag and, you know, just how fast they go up. You could at least get one set up. We do have a little bit of an exchange going on one point, just sort of poking back and forth. Both medics are on Uber. There have been no crits plays. Some headshots coming out there from Scruff. And Blue still has decent control of the point. even if maybe they're not in the best position to defend. It looks like they're maybe going to try and go under here, get
I don't
something
get to
to
see
go
this
on.
often. They do it full Uber. They're coming out. They pop it immediately. Big reflect how lazy as she gets that flash. Takes out Ibby. And then people are dropping left and right here. The back players move up. Sorry, move back as they should. It was really well coordinated right there. They just sussed out all the red players, and except for Sat, who was just sitting there wrangling, and they got all those frags, but they didn't get the point, and now we have a pause. So something may have happened a little ahead of our time.
Darn. It's
That was
really
an odd
nice.
little exchange, yeah. Had this giant momentum thing. It was like, where did they go?
Yeah, it's like you just see a sniper ham a spy and then cut. End of scene.
Yeah, Red just got a couple spawns. They had lost quite a number of players right there, but they currently have the player presence, and they probably captured this point, so it's probably going to even the times a little bit. They're still counting down on the screen. But we do have a couple minutes to talk about, player loadouts. Like, as you said earlier, Tomislav being rocked by both of those heavies, which is just, it feels so standard now. I'm surprised whenever we see anything different.
Yeah, and it really makes sense on a map like this just because there's so much freedom for the heavy to roam, pop out in different places, especially at the point, just why even bother with the heavy with the combo? Just have your pyro scout your demo, just go forward and make stuff happen, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Mission ends in 60 seconds.
But yeah, looking at the soldiers, I think that Jackster is still running that black box because he's got all the room to roam on this map. The hitbox, but the skybox I should say, it's a little low, but he's still got to go in for those bombs and get some of that health back. And with the medics having to stay basically middle of the point the entire map, depending on like if you're actually defending the point, you kind of aren't going to see a whole lot of bust in your soldier.
Duke, most definitely. Another thing to notice is Jackster's actually been running the base jumper, which you don't usually see too often. He did bomb in with that over mid and promptly got absolutely demolished by Pyro. Here we go. We are unpaused. Red is on the point. We're going to get quite a bit of presence here. They are going to get that cap. He is in a position to contest it. Ooh! Sick reflect by Pyro onto Rolls Royce.
That's the third of the night. Great reflex by that Pyro there.
Absolutely. Here we go, Jackster jumping in here, trying to get a little bit of area so he can denial he's caught out and just headshots coming out.
Did take out that sentry though. Looks like Sab is going to go throw one down immediately to try and get those players backed off that point.
Absolutely. Just area control, especially on this map with so many approaches to point and so many flanking areas. Controlling that high ground is doing absolutely everything. Both medics are very, very even with their, less than percent. Here we go, Jackster coming in for the bomb. Oh! Gets the kill on the sky, pops her up in the air, and just demolishes. Team moving in. Looks like Vanilla's going to try and escape with his life there, and that was a pretty good cleanup over there by Sheen and the Ultra Lords. Soldier going in from behind. No, Ivy is going to get caught out. Rolls Royce with a nice shotgun.
Yeah, we might judge that parachute, but it has tended to work out for Jackster both times he used it. He used it last week as well, over on Upwards, where he jumped up from spawn and took out the sentry without being anywhere near it. So he's got some interesting tactics with that. It's been working well for him.
Most definitely. We are going to, Spy was almost in position, didn't quite get it, got totally caught out. So that's not going to be happening anytime soon. Blue does have very good positioning on the point. It looks like, no, dead for real this time. Kyrie catching that Spy right there. And we're just playing a waiting game so far. Holster does have a very significant advantage, about 50%. Space Ghost Coffee. Every time I see him, it's just in the kill feed, demolishing.
As we said earlier, yeah, it was going to happen. But interesting little forward hold Blue had right there. Didn't pay off for them as they started to bleed a couple players, but bury the heavy over there on the Sheen team. Like, just got all the way behind the combo, nearly took them out. But Uber has popped on the point now. Not sure what triggered that. They've been in a whole lot of pressure right now, and Uber out there, they go. The 92 Dream Team had to pop Uber as well. Oh, nearly drop one of their players there as they have a quick flash. I don't think they see Rimbus Ramos coming in from behind the combo. No, they do catch him out. Kairo's catching him out indeed as they push onto the point. Just capture time on their side. And once again, the posturing will resume.
Yeah, really. Oh my god. Berry Center coming out from underneath, taking down Deathy, the demo there on 92 Dream Team, and just, doing this sort of flank heavy thing that we called out earlier. That was
surprising.
That was a really scrappy Uber exchange, and here we go, more people on the point. That would be Sheen and the Ultra Lords. There we go, Jackster bombing and trying to get on Sky. Sky manages to escape, and Ivy just smokes him out of the air. He's been running that direct hit, and he's been doing a pretty good job with it. But I do believe, yes, there it is, Sheen and the Ultra Lords will get that, cap, and we're having a lot of pressure on the point. Both teams have ran this clock down pretty decently, pretty evenly, and they're both pushing Uber once more.
One of the more evening opening rounds we've seen on a Koth map for this entire season. Usually it's a little bit one-sided when player comes back, or one team comes back later in the half. This is much more even. But right now we see double Ubers exchanged as a Scruff the Gruff nearly picks that medic, just popped just in time. But Red has presence and player advantage on the point. Reynolds, huge body shot from behind. It takes that one player. They're going to repush right now as they are in overtime. They could play this a little bit safer. They have the player advantage, but they want to go right in on there. Lazy throwing out some fire. Train's been heating up this past round, throwing out some damage, getting some meat shots, and Rim is coming in to finalize that. Only one player up. That looks like this is almost certainly going to be the round. Let's they can rocket jump or something over the mid. Nope. First round going to go to Sheen and the Ultra Lord.
You know, honestly, I could say that so far this game did definitely go either way. That was, 30 seconds left for the other team to definitively manage to keep the cap, and hopefully this will be a close game. We are going to be watching teams coming out to mid. Becky's over here throwing out some skippies. Jackster going in for the early jump once more. He's going to get that height advantage onto Crate, sort of be able to pressure the medic down there. Sky is sort of trapped over there. Not so much jumping on going from the other side though. Just a little bit of scrapping here and there. It looks like Sheen and the Ultra Lords will be a little bit more decisive when it comes to taking this mid, but man,
I don't know. I need a dream team kind of put a lot of players down south there, and the Train went down, cleaned up everything. And Train was one of the the MVPs of last map we saw in Upwards, which was absolutely incredible. This guy, once he gets in the zone, one of the best scouts I've seen in Highlander so far. He showed it off just then. But they did lose a couple players. Oh my, the big flank plays by Train, just like all them out, but no, goes down to a quick little 3-shot by the Engineer Shotgun. It's going to allow Red, this 92 Dream Team, to get this capture.
Absolutely. Scruff McGruff getting caught out there was in prime position for a pick, but Barry Center just turned around and said absolutely not. Both medics are still on Uber. Saffrix was caught out by Rolls Royce, this sort of NG thing going on there, and it looks like Barry Center is just going to walk up this point, trying to get everybody off of it. He's doing pretty well. There is a soldier falling down. Ibby gets taken out once more, not quite getting any sort of pressure on the medics so far. And we are seeing this crazy sniper sideline Space Ghost bot who just doesn't really care, sort of standing on that shack over there. Really nice view of the point, and finally we're seeing a little bit more aggression coming in from Sheen and the Ultra Lords. They are going to be getting, the Uber finally gets popped off. 92 Dream Team is getting in there. Deathy jumps in, tries to get something done. Complete solar Uber doesn't really.
There was no one really around for them to take advantage of that. I mean, no one on their team to flag to even get like a second jump in. Just nobody around for them. We do see the Uber come out. Whoa, the medic is launched away from the point, hit the skybox right there for Sheen and the Ultra Lord. So about the same exchange of Ubers. Not a whole lot done with it except for a little bit of confusion.
Absolutely. There is finally a bit of an advantage on Dream Team. Jackster jumped in there, absolutely crushed that. Got Sky. They really need to at least protect Sky a little bit more or keep her away from that upper Crate area, because Jackster is just going to keep jumping in until they decide to make it stop.
It's a little difficult because you have that one kind of protective spot. Your engineer will always put up the dispenser. It's either that or you sit in Banana, and I think that at this point Banana might be the wiser choice. Is as much spam as it gets from that Thomas Loth Heavy and demos, you have at least protection from the ever-hanging soldier in the sky with that parachute.
Absolutely, there is going to be a little bit of a defense going on here, and the Dream Team is trying to get that done. Jackster once more jumps behind, gets some damage on Sky. Oh my god.
5 hit points. Oh, gets cleaned up as Rimbus Reynolds runs in there, shoots him in the toe.
Oh god, and then
whatever worked.
Lazy there, and Coldster is left with 100% Uber, and that was a really nice play by the flank. Barry Center's just gonna come in under here, get demolished by the Pyro and Engineer combo, but hey, totally tried. Maybe shoots Jackster out of the air. And the cap.
And a big right there, Train ran up, meets the soldier, and by right in the face, triple shots the soldier, walks away like it was absolutely nothing. So Train absolutely on fire this round. I can't wait to see some of those Train solo Ubers. He's leaving the scoreboard right now, which is kind of surprising with as much action as we've seen from these snipers.
Well, I mean, he is getting that Uber love, so I'm not too terribly surprised that it's going on. Coldster's just gonna hold on to this Uber until Kingdom come, I guess. Nope, as just as I say that. Kingdom decided to come. Jackster's gonna get shot out of the air, and it's just gonna be a Pyro and Medic on point. Maybe trying to capitalize off of that. he's not going to be able to do too much except jump back to his medic. He does get the frag on the fire, however, but Sheen the Ultralords will manage to hold this point somehow as the counter Uber actually does come out. Sky finally managed to get a charge off, stay alive long enough. He's going to Uber her own scout in there. Oof, that headshot on Train is just dirty.
Yeah, thankfully Sky kind of staying a little bit further back. Jackster had gone in for the bomb, but they actually found out a little bit early. They had some good intel to spy behind. As Scruff McGruff snuck back there, got a soldier pick, and was about to go for the combo when they pushed him with that Uber. It almost seemed that they had held off for a couple more seconds. Scruff could have done some real work right there. But it worked out for them in the end. They're currently, they got a minute left on this clock, and they have decent positioning right now, actually.
They really do. The interesting thing about this map is that teams can definitely play a lot closer to each other than maps like Hideout. It just seems that there's a lot more cover, so to speak. Here we go, Sheen the Ultralords getting ready for that push. They are moving it forward. It does look like Coulter's gonna have 100% Uber, and ooh, RIP. Is that the quick fix I see on the screen? Did Sky switch the quick fix? Indeed she did. Mounting that last second sort of defense there. Do have 20 seconds left on the clock, and Scruff getting that backstab onto Coulter. That was
it's really going to even things out, and with the potential to capture while using the quick fix, it was the perfect time for it. It's the only other weapon I expected to see on this. With all the big bombs, you don't want to risk charging up that crits, but quick fix is good stuff. Jackster jumps in here, rides the parachute down as he shoots rockets down on the sap. He's getting pushed back right now. He almost nearly goes down, but Red Team is piling bodies back on the point. They have a really bad player advantage though, so Jackster's going to fly on in here, clean up on all that damage, and it's going to give Sheen and the Ultralords a chance to stay in this and get a second round.
Absolutely. Coulter actually switched to the quick fix himself if he can get something done behind there, but that's not going to happen. However, that does put him at a significant disadvantage because Sky is definitely, yep, there she is, back up on Uber, and Uber could tend to beat quick fix most of the time. I mean, you do have the advantage of being able to tap when you're quick fix, but they already have the point that more than enough time to build up Uber, and so, yeah, here they are, they're playing really safe. Oh, Jackster, please! No, not quite.
It was a nice coordinated effort there to save Sky, who jumped over 2 rockets, and I'm glad they kept her alive this time because it was looking kind of shoddy as a medic made, so to watch that over and over again. But Blue is piling back on the point right now. Yeah, just winding down this clock. It's about even players right now. It's 70% on Uber, so they're going to have a really good push to take this back. They just need to stay alive in order to do it. Take out that sentry gun with a nice direct hit there by Ibby. Oh, just huge sticky damage out by Sai. Takes out 2 players in a sentry gun, but they're going to have to Uber off of that. Running back in off this point. They're getting air blasted back. They're getting thrown every which way, and the quick fix is nearly charged right now. So Sheen and the Sheen team, they're going to be able to pile right back in on this. And losing 3 players right there. This is not looking good.
Oh my god, that was almost a wipe there, and as I say that, Debbie gets taken down, last casualty of that sort of exchange. We do have a scout behind, he's going to try and make the most of it, but it looks like Trip is going to get completely caught out, and the quick fix, it really definitely worked out for them, that's for sure. Almost.
May not have been their idea first, but they definitely made it work. And what happened right there was there was no single fault of anybody. It just looked like everyone on the Sheen team was just playing heals a lot better. And this was keeping that health advantage was what made that happen. Like I didn't see any one player stand out in those final 2 battles we saw. But here we are at mid again. Once again, Sai a little slow. And they're kind of hanging back, really posturing and getting, oh god, as I say that, maybe they stay a little bit too far back, but everyone just lined up into Space Ghost coffees at the sites, and that's going to give them a couple players down over there on the Sheen team. Looks like Lord 92, or the 92 Dream Team, are going to come on in.
Oh my god, I'm surprised they managed to grab that because did you not see Jackster just jump across and waste Sky like within the first 2 seconds?
I'm trying not to look at this point.
Insane. Anyway, Sky is totally back on quick fix, and it looks like she's going to try and hold that. Coulter does almost have Blue. Jackster's putting a little bit more pressure here. I'm not seeing too many spy plays going on here. Oh, absolute headshot going on here. And here we go. Uber does get popped out. Coulter's going to be popped all over the place, and he's going to be flashing quite a lot. Sky's going to make it out, is going to have that quick fix in time to contest should she want to, and they're going to have a definitely great amount of kills to do that. And here she's going with her demo Deathy and her engineer of all people. That would be Saffrix, and there is nobody to kill. But, you know, it was definitely a good defense of the point, that's for sure.
Yeah, they retook it. Most of these Ubers we've seen, even that little quick fix right there, it's mostly been for positioning. I haven't seen a whole lot of huge frags come out. And this really is one of those maps where positioning is key. There's just a tiny little room where all the action happens, and then you're kind of just waiting out for a demo or a soldier bomb all the rest of the time.
Oh, definitely, for sure. Sky getting taken out there once more. The entire combo, actually, from my team is long dead and gone, and they will be, Sheen and the Ultra Lords will be holding very, here we go, spy pick, there we go. Good job, Scruff, getting that stab onto Berry Center, second time in a row.
Yeah, Scruff has been going for play this entire map, but it's just there's so much spam being cut out, and players are kind of constantly in this backpedal motion that the opportunities aren't arising, or they're getting blasted away, or something like that, over and over again.
Yeah. Something to notice is Sky is actually still up on quick fix. Oh, Spy moving in for the pick. Is he gonna get Sky? He gets healed by her. No, not quite. I wanted it. I'm sure Lovely wanted it too, but he's gonna get caught out. Unfortunately, Sky stays alive, and Ubers are fairly even. Berry Center throwing out a bit of damage over there, but we're just gonna play the positioning game like you were talking about earlier. And
although it's going to be Uber versus quick fix, so the advantage is going to lie in Sheen's hands.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely, for sure. Unless 92 Dream Team can collapse as well as Sheen and the Ultra Lords did after the quick fix versus Uber thing when it went the other way, Jackster coming in there trying to get stuff done. Vanilla Love saying absolutely not, just shooting him out of the. Oh my god. Coldster taken down as well. Ooh, that is gonna hurt, and that is gonna leave a very solid, a total 100% advantage for 92 Dream Team to just be able to walk over that point, do whatever they want with it, and just cap it. Both times are relatively even between the two teams, and so, yeah.
And walk over they did. They got that. We see Jackster coming. Uber gets immediately popped. I should say quick fix. Sky is rocking it completely alone. Finally meets up with Ibby. Jackster goes down to the mini sentry of all things to save poor Sky right there. And Ibby's going to take a little bit of the hide advantage, hiding in the IT room, but maybe should have hit there a little bit better. Goes down to a really quick sniper shot. Very nice holding, because that is one of the best spots to be on top of those crates for the forward hold. But if your sniper is kind of backed up, it's going to allow them to just move up like that.
Most oh my god!
Big pick on the Berry, came out of nowhere for that one.
Oh my god, Scruff has just had Berry's number. Coldster is approaching that Uber, and here we go, right on cue. Jackson's gonna jump in, try and get something done, gets taken down. Thank you. Gotta deny that and keep Sky alive. She's been having quite a bit of trouble doing that. Finally, some aggression coming off the quick fix does get popped onto Deadly. That is Demo, and he's not going to be able to pick up any frags. It's going to be a really defensive quick fix there, and that leaves Coldster with 100% Uber to sort of go in here, and here he does. He Ubers his scout and his Demo for the follow-up, and it does look like Train is just going to get in there, try and make stuff happen, but it is a really nice fight going on here. Vanilla Love does get caught out by his heavy counterpart on the other team, and oof, Sabrix wanted it. He didn't quite get it. Space goes off. He actually gets Coldster in the post-game. And Jackster gets Deathy, and so those are some really big combo picks from both sides, and the point is, it's a Sheen into Ultra Lords, but there are only 26 seconds left for 92 Dream Team to defend if they capture the point.
Yeah, Ultra Lords played that absolutely perfectly, baited that quick fix out, backed up, managed not to pop Uber, and then ran in with the very unique combo of the Tomislav Heavy and Train. Just did some great pair of damage with quick fix coming out once again. There, a little bit of a jump there from Scott, nearly got on top of the double crates, but they're going to have to back up now. Quick fix is long gone. They're just trying to pile on some damage onto this heavy. Heavy goes down, that's the end of Berry Center, and Medic got Coldster throwing out some arrows on the Jackster, who goes down to a huge Machina body shot, but they are on this point. They've got it in their hands, and they're going to tie up these times in a matter of seconds. So they need to get some spawns back up quick, though, or they are in potential to lose this.
Most definitely. At least Deathy stayed alive, so he's going to be able to throw some preliminary stickies, keep sort of a semblance of a defense going, some area denial going up there. Oh, that was dirty. Sky gets absolutely demolished by a really sick sniper shot there. And that will be from Angry Officer, actually being such a long string of letters and numbers. And Scruff gets a really nice stab onto Psy. And I think that will definitely be the point, and Uber's popped on the point. There is no chance that this is going to happen. No, the last second engineer to play Sapphic. Let's go.
Just a little salt in the wound with the Ubersaw. Oh, but no, they're back on the point.
Happening.
They actually got spots. They had the Pyro there. Sky with the stolen quick fix. Yeah, stolen quick fix Pyro. That'll actually back some people off the point. They're getting some time. There are only 3 people up on blue team right now. Barry Center just got to the point to save it. And God, that was so close because their demo just got to the point. It looked like that actually could have been saved.
If only Barry Center was holding it down.
That was a good half.
Yeah, that's for sure.
It might only be 3. It might be 3-0, but those were each one of those was really close rounds. And each of these teams, I think they have 4 wins, 1 loss. I think they're both in the top 4 and highest wins. So this is definitely you can see it. And logs just got pasted. Give us 1 second. We're gonna load those up.
Absolutely. While you wait for those logs to load, I do have a question for you. And it's
What's that?
What do you think 92 Dream Team can do to turn this around? Because they're close, but they're just not quite getting it right. You know what I mean?
This might be a predictable answer, but protect your medic. If Sky had been alive just a couple more seconds to get, because Jackster, he's timing it well. Right when Sky's about 85%, Jackster's always there up in the sky raining down bombs. And they were kind of wisening up to it near the latter half of that half, but you protect your medic and you keep playing as well as their team is playing, because there have been very few standout players, no giant triple kills yet. It's just these teams are very evenly matched. They're all DMing very well. But as long as the overlords, they keep playing heals so well and they have a medic alive to do that off of, they're going to win this.
Absolutely. And
if you look at deaths, Sky went down 16 times that half as opposed to Coldster 7. That says it all right there. That's
really
painful
does.
to look at as a medic main.
Yeah, that's for sure. And I just looking at the mids and looking at the plays and the holds, all I see is the Sheen and the Ultra Lord's flank just managing to get in, walk all over the place, and then you see Barry Center following up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. And if you look at the classes like that, speaking of Barry Center following up, he has double the kills of Vanilla Love. That is the only real stat that is hugely out of proportion when you look at how even these classes are, except for also Space Ghost Coffee, one to look out for. Watch your heads. 34 kills to the string of numbers and names. I can't remember his alias right now, but 9 more kills than that.
Yeah, that would be
Barry,
Angry Officer.
Angry Officer. But yeah, Barry, he plays this very unique style of flank heavy, which we saw more and more a little bit out of another player who was, I can't remember the name of last week on Upwards, but it's really been working for Barry. He might go down in some really sad ways sometimes, but he's just turning heads and putting out a lot of damage with the Thomas Law and allowing Train to clean up on it.
Honestly, when it comes down to it, I think flank heavy is just becoming way, way more effective, because once you have a good flank heavy with the disgusting tool that is the Thomas Law, let's be real here, it's just really, really hard for a combo heavy to compete, you know? Especially when they take much less heals that could be allocated to your demo, your pyro, your flank, your scout, etc., etc. We are live once more, and we actually have a crits Krieg on the field. I'm
interesting
really
play.
happy.
Yeah.
Sky will be on the crits, and she should be playing way back. Jackster being absolutely shot out of the air. Thank you, Love. Coffee, picking up an early sniper pick onto Angry Officer. Both teams are actually playing really passively. It's like sort of waiting to see what's going to be happening. Darn, Spy gets caught out there. Very scruff, and Triple actually takes down Train in exchange as well. So that'll be an initial point tapping the 92 Dream Team.
I'd imagine so. And they threw everything they had at poor Sky right there. I think they wisened up, protected them just a little bit more, and now they get this full crits Krieg out of it. 92% on the opposing team, so they've got to use this quick if they really want to get the most out of it.
Jackster gets taken down once more, and the other team does have Folder Berry Center taking down Vanilla Love in the Heavy v Heavy, and the crits Krieg is out. Spy is in position, doesn't quite get it down. The only pick so far is on the lazy Trippa following up, and the blue river does get popped out once more, jumping in deep side.
Yeah, that may have been more of a defensive crits Krieg. Oh god, the reflect, I didn't even see that one. But yeah, so I think Inside did more damage to himself there. But yeah, definitely when Cairo finishes it off with another amazing air blast.
Oh, that is exactly what I love to see from Pyros, that's for sure. Cairo has just been taking it home in terms of the M2 button. Flares once more have been.
There's an amazing forward hold happening right now as Jackster floated around behind and Barry Center snuck down, taking up 2 people before poor Barry goes down. Jackster managed to escape. Oh, on the Coldster!
Oh, Scruff. As we were saying earlier, it wasn't really happening as a spy map, but you know, I changed my mind. Scruff has been pulling it out. And Sky is back on Uber. Not quite, yeah, it's going to be an Uber. Holster just came up. And so we're going to see some positioning over here heading out from the M2 Dream Team. Space Coast Hockey does get taken down. There's a nice pick over there from Lovely getting in behind. Just putting a little bit more pressure onto that sniper. Oh, he dropped down. Oh, it didn't quite happen. Lovely totally created right there, which really sucked. Very center peeking around that corner. Train looking like he's going to try and get something done here. They know they have a little bit of advantage, and so they want to get Sky down. Of actually getting taken down there by Rolls-Royce, who's playing really aggressive. Both engines have, actually. And as I say this, Sky's getting that Uber and popping it right away. She dropped down to about 44.
Looked like Remus Reynolds was back there shooting away with that Ambassador. Triggered that a little bit early, but they're going to get a couple picks out of it. Barry Center going down, and Trippa getting a little bit of flash. And oh god, Oldster going to bring up that advantage a little bit more, surviving with 50 HP after they get an Uber saw from the Scruff McGruff, who poorly timed that decloak.
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely being taken down by Uber saw as well, I think. I'm not quite sure. It flashed by really quickly for me. We do have the time finally taking down in favor of 92 Dream Team. They are going to have to hold on to this point as much as they can. There's really not too much they can do with the positioning as it is a Holster with 100% Uber. And so,
they can push in yet.
Oh, there we go. Jackster coming in there, trying to get on Scott. Doesn't quite work out. The Spy is in position to do something, but it looks like he's just going to choose to force some missile shots instead.
And once again, Sheen and the Overlords just really smartly playing heals. Every time they get a little bit chipped down, they go back, get a little overbuffed by Coldster, and they've just completely baited out this Uber and not even used theirs until just as I say that, of course. So, Flash is coming out, Red is all through. It's about to favor Blue right now, but Train is rushing in there, taking up an L, chasing down Scott, who's down to like 15 health, goes down. Manages to avoid that 5 HP at the very last second. Now, Jackster jumps in, finishes off all of that damage. That's going to make 3 up right now for the 92 Dream Team. They need to take this round. They need some momentum to, like, run off of.
This guy just got collapsed upon by, like, 5 different Blue players. That was a complete wipe for 92 Dream Team, by the way. That's, you know, minorly impressive in Highlander, that's for sure. Sky is back up on the quick fix. It has worked out for her, for sure. But there is quite a bit of blue presence. Jackster, oh my god, gets the pick onto Sky before Demo could protect her. And that is gonna hurt, and that is definitely calling it out. It's gonna be around for them.
Death doing some solo work. Sticky jumped into that upper IT room and started backing people off with some stickies on point. And you don't need to think he knew that he was scoring the 1v5 right there, but it totally worked. They did not call that bluff, and they backed off. It's allowing Ibby to get up there as well. Triple piling as well. They are all such low health. You look at the HP over there on the Sheen side, it is a lot better, and they have a minute 50 to work with, even though, I mean, they still have the point. They need to just play this safe. Nope. They did indeed, and just keep that HP off the entire time, which allowed, like, that's what happened with that giant fold on the Sky, is everyone had so much health they could afford to, it's almost like a sack, but they had so much extra HP to, like, deal with that they came out only losing 2 players and completely wiping the enemy team.
Yo, that is GG right there.
Yeah, I forgot to mention it earlier, but Saloon.tf had them at like 80% odds. I thought that was a little unfair. This is going to be kind of more like 40-60 split one way or the other, because both these teams have done really well. But Sheen and the Ultra Lords just bringing it out. We haven't seen a 92 Dream Team on EVLTV this season yet, I believe. At least I haven't casted one. But from a little that we've seen from Sheen and the Ultra Lords, they are doing work. And some unfamiliar names for me, for these guys, but to them to come together, and they seem to have really good synergy. And after beating Team Akamuma last week, these guys, they're the ones to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. And what really won it for them was that flank. Just looking at it, Train and Jackster absolutely dominated, and Barry Center as well.
Barry, yeah.
Yeah, and there really wasn't anything that 92 Dream Team could have done. Just they couldn't outpace the frags, no matter how much Space Ghost Coffee tried, or Trippa tried for that matter, or Scruff. It just, they were more adaptable. They wrapped better, they played heals better, and they kept their medic alive. I don't know if it was just Coldster, I think just had better positioning and awareness of, you know.
One thing I really did like seeing is that Jackster, took advantage of that medic positioning, and was every time before Sheen team like jumped in there with their Uber, they sent Jackster in to get intel almost every single time. They play very intelligent, they play like calculated is what I should say. They always had a little bit of info to go on. Like, why aren't they pushing it? They have 40-50 advantage. I see Jackster jump up there, say they're right there, get a little bit of like chip damage out, and then the Uber would come in. And they have that amazing flank combo that actually ended up being like their Uber push combo, having the Tomislav heavy of Barry Center and Train going in there. It's interesting, but it works on this map because it's kind of tight corridors. You're only going to back out one way every time. If you have a Tomislav pumping damage through there and you're running up his Train with fully buffed, and you get those meat shots, it's going to work, and it's paid off this like 5 rounds in a row. So good on to them.
And so before we go, I will have to shout out Zephy throwing out the big top damage. He tried, that's for sure. He was trying to make it happen, but you can't make it happen on your own. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Well, that was
that was a match.
Definitely a match. Fun to watch though, that's for sure. I like Warmtic. Not gonna lie.
It hasn't been too bad. I thought it would be a little bit more slow, or maybe have just be kind of shut down at some points. But as long as there's just a little bit of posturing, action flew either way. People took advantage of every route, and I was glad to see it. Much better than Nashville.
Absolutely. Any shoutouts, Insomniuh?
We got King Smarty, and I'll shout him out. He should have been the medic dying on screen tonight, but love you, Smarty. And of course, Dashner, as always. Thanks for tolerating us.
Most definitely. And of course, shout outs to our viewers and both teams for playing and giving us video games to talk about. And that's it, everyone. Good night.
Good night, guys.